Welcome back. Let's geek out over gadgets because we've got our gadget and gear expert, Grant Hines, here to review the Garmin Venu 3 smartwatch, a beacon of adventure and innovation. So join us as we uncover some cutting-edge features, and witness firsthand how the adventure truly does begin with Cape Union MART. In fact, I was shooting yesterday in one of these stores, didn't realize how much I need to get outdoors again. It really does inspire
Walking through the store is really exciting, right?
It gets you pumped, dude.
It's like a toy store, but you're an adult now.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it.
I didn't know they made this.
I know.
This is a solution to a problem I've never had.
But this is the year of innovation as well, and I think technology has driven that. There is a lot more interest in the stuff that used to only be for explorers and professional athletes. We can all access that same tech. That being said, we've got a beautiful watch here. It's kind of, for me, simplistic and a bit more dressed down compared to the other Garmin, so that's quite a plus point design-wise for me.
I have a big preference to smartwatches that look a little bit more elegant or like sit comfortably on your wrist,
watchy.
because we're not working out all the time.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
And you don't want a smartwatch that's going to take over your outfit, because then eventually you just want to take it off all the time.
Yeah, it looks like a suit sleeve could actually fit over that. Yeah,
and it's super practical. But as you know, Garmin make smartwatches that are geared predominantly to athletes and people who take their athleticism seriously. And everything is here. There's literally, there's no compromises.
Oh, completely. And if you I mean, you reviewed the Phoenix, which is like the big bad boy of the mix. This has got pretty much what that has, and there's some really interesting features. The wheelchair mode,
yes,
to me is amazing. There are so many people who are wheelchair bound that are incredibly fit, that are taking on the same sort of physical challenges that so-called able-bodied people are. That is brilliant.
Yeah, there's actually a little bit of a problem in AI at the moment, where a lot of AI is misrepresenting people of color and minority communities. And one of those minority communities with AI and fitness is people that have disabilities or aren't able to
do it in a conventional way.
Conventional workouts.
For sure.
So having wheelchair mode on here allows the AI to understand what is happening. So like,
for sure,
you know, there are a lot of athletes that are wheelchair-bound, basketball athletes. It's really important that that feature exists.
It really is great. Now, let's look at sleep coach and nap tracking, because I'm very excited about the space of improving my sleep.
Yes.
And wearable tech really does, or for me in the past, it's reminded me of how bad my sleeping is. It hasn't really spoken of a proactive approach to getting it better.
So yes,
this really does.
So this, obviously, it couples with the app on your phone. And you're able then to track your sleep and to track your naps, and then it can also proactively let you know that, listen, you should be resting more. There's also like a body battery that's built into Garmin watches. You would have seen that in the last one that we spoke about, and that means it takes the accumulative metrics that are happening to your body, not only just the food that you eat, right? Because that's what you have, but the sleep and the workouts that you're getting. If you speak to any serious athlete, rest is just as important, if not more important, than actually working out. So a watch that's taking that seriously is not just its lip service, it's actually truly for athletes.
I love it. They've got the workout benefit, recovery time features. They've really played into the hands of the weekend warrior athlete that takes they might not be winning world titles, but they're out there every second day. They're competing every weekend. These are people who are taking it's a pillar of their life, and here you can get the metrics.
Yeah, it's amazing. And obviously there's a whole bunch of other apps that are built into it. It's got a wallet, so you can make payments with it. It's got music built into it. It's got a flashlight, so you can use this if you
can answer calls.
Yeah, you can answer calls. Those things are just one of those like standard smartwatch things, but you kind of expect that with Garmin. They've taken it up a level by giving you those expectations, but then also providing you with really in-depth
high performance,
workouts.
Man. It's high performance, I'll call it that.
And I just want to say to people out there that aren't into high performance and going like, oh, already switching off and this isn't for me. This is important, because if it's going to cater for people that are, what I say, driving the sports cars, like, of their bodies, it will cater to you. It will have something for you. So you might not use every single feature, but the fact that they've put those features in there, you'll know that the features that you do use are actually used properly.
Yeah, and the numbers are good. I've heard from professionals working on the other side of the fitness and the health space to say that this is one of the closest to what your body actually is. Because bearing in mind, they're not plugging into your system. It's just sitting on your wrist. So there is a little bit of give and leeway there.
And there's a whole bunch of like random random exercises that you might be doing. Paddles on here.
Wow.
So it knows
it
and
has
can
to be,
track your paddle, which is when you go, like, obviously meditation is on it and so on. And those things are really helpful because day-to-day exercises that the average person does, walking, running, and taking care of their bodies, isn't necessarily what athletes are doing.
Yeah, there's a
so
higher
having all
level
of that,
of
you might
nuance,
go
yeah.
like, actually, workouts must be fun. I do paddle on the weekends or I surf. The watch needs to be able to track that performance and provide me with accurate feedback as
so
to
that you
like
can
how
keep
many calories I'm
improving and moving forward. I love that. Just very quickly, battery. How does it perform in terms of display? The AMOLED display. I mean, it
AMOLED.
looks AMOLED.
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 The AMOLED, it's got
What
this
does that
beautiful AMOLED display, which it's LED, so it's really bright. And it has this way of adapting the brightness. If I actually go out, so I'm in my body battery mode right now.
So it can.
So this is the bright. It's super
itself.
bright for activities. It's now dimmed so that it's saving battery while I need the time. And then obviously it's got like a way to manage the auto brightness. So if you turn the auto brightness off, it's not going to let the watch determine and increase the battery life. You can keep it on. Say you need it for you're running
it's
or
your vibe, yeah.
but you can, if you want to, just put on auto brightness, and it will then determine the brightness based on the luminosity of the environment.
What information is going on? It's a little metrics beast.
And that's
it
what
looks
saves the
beautiful.
battery, because AMOLED can, traditionally, if you get a really cheap smartwatch, it can really drain the battery, and that's the reason. So Garmin are really thinking about how they can like save the battery like that.
A lot of thought clearly has gone into this from every single perspective. It looks amazing, and I have a feeling it's priced really perfectly for Christmas. In fact, Cape Union MART is the one-stop destination for all gear and gadgets, and there are some amazing gadgets. I was in store yesterday. The tech is insane. And this device is your perfect companion when you're heading out there for those adventures. So the adventure officially starts here, and to get your hands on this and more, simply browse online at capeunionmart.co.za. And I really do recommend, if you want to feel, taste the adventure, go and step in store for yourself.